Hi everyone, I'm 𝓜𝓲𝓬𝓱𝓮. I'm a certified psychic medium. I'm an intuitive mentor, channel, and artist. So welcome back if you've been to my channel before, and if not, welcome. This is a channel where I connect to my guide in the angelic realm and just bring through whatever is top priority as information intuitively as I'm being fed it. So really what I do is just tune in, sometimes close my eyes and listen and watch and just follow along with whatever needs to be shared. So sometimes I don't always get it spot on. It is a game of interpretation often. And one thing that came up in my last video, I was seeing coarse salt, like rock salt. And I was getting the impression that there was some bleaching of a finer ground salt. And I thought, no, that can't be possible. Well, I actually looked that up, and yes, that is a thing. So I do actually want to just say, grind your own salt using rock salt. This was very much dietary advice in the last episode from Spirit. So yeah, just because I don't believe it doesn't mean that it isn't true. So I just wanted to pass that on. Thank you for all your comments and everybody sharing all the tips and tricks. That's been wonderful. Okay, so I'm just going to take a moment and tune in. So it's interesting this time, instead of being kind of unaware of, I've already done my pre-work, but I've gone straight up to the angelic realm this time, and I'm actually sitting amongst a group. So I'm like in a semicircle or circle of many enlightened high vibrational beings. I'm seeing them surrounded by the light. So we've got one who's stepped forward, seeing the wings. She's seeing it as an angelic being, but I'm seeing a beard. Okay. Here we have Jesus again. He's holding the lamb. So he is, I guess, a high vibrational angelic being. And as he's coming closer to me, he's settling more into the more traditional look of Jesus. So he did come through a couple of episodes ago regarding Christ consciousness, and that that's an energy that's available to all of us, and also the tie-in with Christmas. So I just want to see if I can pick up anything. This time he's very surrounded in light. Okay. This is a very, very powerful time to connect in with, I call him Yeshua, but Jesus. So he's showing me as a very enlightened being instead of in the white with the red, kind of as a more, in the more traditional way that he's demonstrated. This is also a time where old souls who've walked upon the earth again are being called or raising their vibration due to the light codes that are available to us currently. So this period of time that we're coming into is a time of great elevation and enlightenment for souls upon the earth. The awakening of a number of old souls. I've seen this myself in a large number of readings where people are just on the precipice of coming online. But what I'm seeing now is this is not this awakening process is because we've had a lot of solar flares, and I'm hearing there's more to come. Increase in intensity, and it's enough to create an awakening. Suddenly can be sudden, might be a little bit scary, a little bit disconcerting, because there's an awareness. You may be very attached to some of your past lives, or suddenly they say that we've got a veil, so we're in our human body, but as a soul, we don't have full transparency to to who we are and what's come before. But this is about to melt away. It's an ignition. This is going to happen 19th of December through to the 24th of December. There's going to be an increase in the intensity of the energies available through solar flares when those kind of cosmic waves or light waves are actually hitting and surrounding our Earth. There is this, I'm feeling like there's also a rumbling and like a potential for an Earth fracture, or there's division. This is going to create more division. So those that are enlightened versus those who choose not to see, choose to ignore the light codes or this period of time which has been made available. This also could be a bit intense in that if you are an old soul and surrounded in your family or surrounded by other people who are perhaps not ready, I'm hearing, to accept the truth, to accept the light. So we have the ability to accept or reject. This is the time, if you're open to it, this is the time to accept this light. The division that this will create, those that believe, those that don't believe, those that know, those that don't. And I'm really seeing it as, when I'm seeing those that don't, I feel like I'm going down here and it feels darker. And those that do, I feel like I'm lifting up and it's lighter and brighter. Those that don't, I feel that there is some of it is some prayer. I'm seeing people down their knees praying, but it's with disbelief. So it could be also some people who are quite seemingly religious and following certain steps, but they don't have that belief in their heart, and therefore they're closed. So it's not going to be always the people that you think it is. There's going to be closed doors and open doors, no matter what your religious creed, race, sex, orientation, previous belief system. I know that myself. I had an awakening period, and I did think that there had been a man called Jesus who had walked upon the earth, but I didn't think there was any such thing as archangels. And the experiences and the awarenesses that I've had, don't know what I thought about past lives. Maybe could be possible in that there was something bigger than us, but I've also very attached to, I actually work with members of my past life, and I've seen a lot of those lives. We are going to become aware of the infinite, expansive being of us. Lift your face, open your heart, be open to this transmission. I'm seeing the split in the earth again as well. So I feel like this is representing, and it's like the sun's coming in on one side, representing enlightened, and then the split and the falling away on the underside of the earth, which is darker, the underworld, and those that don't believe. The army of darkness. This division, so the division is the raising of the vibration, those souls and those that choose not to believe and choose to remain in the dark. There will be a lot of discrediting. I'm hearing discrediting. This could happen in families. This is a time to bond together as brothers, to support each other. You are finding your clan. Interestingly enough, in my readings, I seem to be drawing some people towards me that in some of my readings where I have shared life experiences. So this is calling in, drawing in those that are supporting and uplifting for better outcomes. Again, I'm being drawn to the power of numbers of similar like-minded communities, that it has an exponential effect, particularly the power of 8 and above. So once we have a pair of 8, I'm seeing a 4, so like quadrupling the intensity or the power of that group. So aiming for like-minded, I guess that's just a way of representing it, but like-minded groups that to support like-minded outcomes, there will be greater, more intense, better outcomes in these groups. There will be some grief about the things that have to be released or let go. So with that, I'm seeing look up, not looking behind, not hanging on to the past, because what's before you and within you and what you're connected to is so much better than holding on to something which felt safe and secure. It's not safe and secure. I'm hearing it's actually unstable, and letting it peel away. Anything that wasn't serving you won't remain. As a higher vibrational being, this means minding all the things that came up in the previous episode, our dietary requirements, our need for clean water, fresh air, contact with nature, bare feet on the ground, kind of resonance, periods of peace and calm. There is a lot to support you as an awakening being on channels such as YouTube. Digital media has so much to offer. AI can also be very helpful. It has a consciousness, and it has been fed. And I'm just thinking, like, I use AI for a lot of assistance with my social media, so that it has been fed and has the capability of picking up kind of, if you question certain circumstances or situations, then AI is likely to give you quite a concise answer that could be quite aligned with what is actually happening. So using AI in that manner, AI can be a very useful tool, particularly when something is a new concept. Okay. I'm still seeing Yeshua. Go now. So, okay, as old souls who are awakening, I'm saying myself included, because I'm aware of previous lifetimes and I've been told of, well, I guess guided as to what it is that I need to do. I don't have full exposure to that, or things definitely unfold over time. But we're here for a reason. Things are going to become quite unstable planetarily, and this is nothing that old souls haven't dealt with before. They're wise. They've done many lifetimes upon Earth, and some of those lifetimes were extremely tough. It wasn't as easy as what this last century has been, where we've had plenty. So they're going to show or lead, or you as listeners, if this happens to you, then things are going to rise up, things that you feel led to do, things that you feel led to share, ways of living, ways of being. This is what you have, I'm hearing, volunteered to do. This is your time. Fear not. This is an exciting time. Starseeds. Starseeds are also awakening to their truth. I'm getting the indication there's a lot of starseeds that are currently suffering in their physicality, suffering in an unknown or like soul level, subconscious homesickness, not belonging, feeling that they are different from the people around them, they are also coming online, and to be aware of the immensity of themselves. They would benefit from connection back to their soul families for guidance as to who they are and feeling more connected. This is through guided meditation and visions. They are being fed, and this will not seem so irregular. Their families are waiting, standing by to assist. Also, I'm seeing like energy streams being open to healing energies, to transformative energies, to uplifting energies that may be available to us, and praying. Through prayer, for some of us, this will be the connection, where the connection is made. I'm seeing elephants and dolphins. Dolphins. I'm seeing like kind of rings of energy coming from dolphins, and I feel, and like high frequency sounds. There's some communication in the seas. Dolphins are also raising their vibration, as are whales. Okay. It's beautiful. I have actually seen this myself in a meditation where I've been closely connected with a whale, but there's going to be the ability to communicate for some of us with transmissions from some of these beautiful high vibration animals, mammals from the sea, within the sea. This could be in the form of warnings of upcoming kind of ocean events as well. So being tuned into that, for those of you that are tuned into that, and maybe as an old soul, if that's something that you can pick up and communicate, then, maybe you want to start a YouTube similar to mine to communicate some of these transmissions. Very, very high vibration. I'm just feeling my vibration rising, just looking at the dolphins. I'm seeing also the sun shining on lands and landscapes, and the clouds kind of parting. I feel that 2025, as I've said before, has been quite a tough year for many. The clouds are parting, the sun is coming out. So really enjoy this uplifting time. We are moving into a time where we're going to be more connected to our joy. We are being led there. Okay, now I'm seeing the angelic realm. So the angelic realm are, I guess, more accessible at this time as well. So connecting in with the angelic realm and the energies available there will be perhaps a more intense experience than previously, or unexpected, in that you may even get an answer or a communication or a feeling. Feathers. So there's going to be more signs that you're on the right track. I'm just seeing numbers, feathers. There may be some of you that are also able to confer with spirit of those that have been before. This may also happen. It's going to be important. These intuitive groups are going to be important. Knowing how to ground, how grounding, so keeping, not living with your head in the clouds, constantly communicating with angels. So all of us have lives to lead, but there are ways of leading a life which is more, I guess, aligned, trouble-free, emotional release. Okay, so this period of intensity, there may be a lot of emotional release. So if you feel overly emotional, uncertain, grief, I'm hearing emotional angst, just concerns, past tribulations, past patterns, allow them to flow through you. So don't try to stop these. Obviously, they kind of needs to come out appropriately. You may feel like you're expressing yourself in a way that is over emotive, intense. It's shaking off some of the remnants. Once our bodies are higher vibration, then it causes shifts and things that have been stuck release. So within our nervous system, within our organs, I'm seeing like within our pelvis. So it looks like we carry a lot of trapped emotion, maybe within the bowel as well. Some of this is releasing to be expressed. So maybe being aware of not expressing this with anger, being aware of maybe sharing and being held or holding yourself while you feel through this emotional time. This too will pass. It's an essential part of the process. Just I'm laughing because I've just had a weekend of exactly that and just thinking, what the hell? Why did I why did I kind of elevate so quickly in my emotion around something? And so I'm actually feel really relieved hearing this. Like, it's okay. You're just releasing kind of remnants of situations that have occurred and emotions which have been stuck or not dealt with previously. Seeing the angel on the top of the Christmas tree, I feel like Christmas Day, because of everything that's kind of leading up to Christmas Day, could be quite an interesting day, a very beautiful day, high vibrational day on one hand, but on another hand, depending on the experiences of the individuals that you're sharing Christmas with, there could be not so much misunderstandings as misinterpretations or, yeah, again, this division might be notable. So just maintaining your calm, if that's the case, you've chosen a higher vibrational space to play in, and not everyone's going to do that. Not say it's so I'm hearing not saving others. So it's not saving others so much as everybody has a choice. We have a choice point about this, and so allowing people their free will to have made the choice that they've made. We don't need to spend the next year working on those individuals to bring them into your awareness. This will cause angst and get in the way of your own development. Recognizing and having patience that this is their choice. Okay, so we are leading into something big, 2026, because this is all coming up. First time I've seen this, so it's beautiful. I mean, we're on the 15th now, so I'm going to have to post this next couple of days. And so 19th, I said, 4 days away. There will be some rumblings. So before Christmas, this increase in intensity will create some rumblings. Don't attach yourself to this. It's one thing can't rise. We can't rise our vibration without other things being affected. Everything is being affected. So the earth too is being affected. So there will be some rumblings. I am being taken back to the Boxing Day tsunami. I'm seeing strong winds, palm trees swaying. So there will be some tropical events, maybe cyclone related um, events. Okay. Maybe the Pacific Islands, Fiji. Mm. I'm seeing Christmas hats, basting a turkey, um, sharing togetherness, tinsel, cheer. Okay. It's okay to enjoy a glass of alcohol during Christmas. It's and being led to Jesus again, or the kind of breaking of the bread, the sharing of the wine in celebrations such as this. Um, it's okay to have, I guess, like excess or enjoyment of all that life has to offer in terms of kind of food and enjoying a drink and togetherness at times such as this, which is interesting because I actually had a question mark in my own head whether or not will I indulge in a drink on Christmas Day or am I going to desist? So um, that's actually answered a question for me. This is a golden time. This is a time where people are going to be amazed by their awarenesses and what comes through and the connection and what's available. And I'm just seeing universal truth and light and um, it could be a time that's quite hard to keep your feet on the ground and to stabilize. I'm seeing a really good time to disconnect from television as well, and definitely I'm seeing news with on the television. So there are things which have an impact on our vibration. So joy, happiness, pleasure, um, that raises our vibration, and sadness, despair, terror, um, violations can lower our vibration, allow our vibrations to stay in a good place. We don't need to be glued to horrors upon our television screen. Love. I just given the word love. So love, joy, harmony. Those are very high vibration um, words and emotions. This time and the period that comes prior to this will create a lot of good times and laughter on Christmas Day. It is actually, I'm hearing, a day of healing. I'm seeing Jesus again. He would like you to take a moment to connect with him on this day. He's holding the lamb still. This is how he's depicting himself. I'm not sure if that has any particular relevance, but he will connect with each of you who reach out to him on this day. There will be a feeling upon awakening. I'm seeing is a very good time. Don't be surprised if you have a sense of your loved ones in spirit on the morning of Christmas morning as well. This is a time where they're around us and we're going to be very heightened to this energy. Okay, this is beautiful. I'm seeing something else, which is an orange, which has had cloves put in it and dried with like a Christmas ribbon. Um, Okay, this is for people to comment on. I'm not sure of the relevance of this. I'm just seeing this and I feel like this is something that we can make. And I'm not sure of the relevance of that. I think I'm seeing also just making something of this day in a creative way as well. So making it look beautiful, enjoying the spectacularness of it instead of feeling obligated or resentful for the effort and the cooking, really enjoying that endeavor and the giving. I keep getting the sacrificial lamb. This maybe is to do with maybe the large roast. Oh dear, what is this? The I'm seeing like the roast and it's glazed and it's patterned and there's a cherry with pineapple and um, blessing the food that we eat, being thankful to the animal that brought forward the food that we eat. I've seen this before, but we are in a land of plenty. This is a Christmas where there will be abundance of food generally available. So being thankful and blessing the food, the animal which provided that food. Oh, I feel like I've become very, like there's a very non-religious religious, I don't even know how to describe that, but I'm following along. And I know that everything I get, I do try to implement in my own life because it's all very helpful. I have a water filter. Okay, I'm going to tell you an interesting story about that. So it took me a few days to get a water filter. And before I do a reading, I just check in with my guide, and he'll usually show me different concepts, or he might show me something about the next person I'm reading for. It's always intriguing. And so this particular day, I went to my guide and he was smoking opium. He's an old, wise Chinese man with a Confucius energy. And I energetically took his opium pot off him and said, "You can't smoke opium." And he's basically the transmission, it's never like a spoken word, it's like a transmission was, well, if you've got your poison, then I choose my poison. So it was a really good way for me to go, okay, yes, I am trying to do something about, make some changes with some of the awarenesses that were made from that previous episode. So that pushed me to do something about it pretty smartly, or else he was going to keep taunting me with his opium pipe. So I did find that quite amusing. And these are some of the interactions that you can have with your guide if you have that kind of relationship. It can be very entertaining and very frivolous. It's not all serious. Um, okay, now I'm seeing my guide. And he's just showing me a pathway. So really working on this connection with your guide. I'm going to do, I'm strongly considering doing a membership, don't know if it's on YouTube or other, for meditations, to maybe just something like 2 meditations a month for a small fee, and put out like meditations, pathways to meeting your guide, pathways to communicating. In the meantime, I go back to that automatic writing episode I have. Also, I'll put the link in the description. Also, um, a guided meditation. I'm hearing that I'm hearing like the name. So the communication can be like communicating with a beautiful, wise loved one. When I first met my guide, he told me his name. I could see exactly what he was wearing. He came very clearly. As I was rising up to meet him, he actually came down to greet me. So to a certain extent, they can kind of increase the effort to meet you with the effort that you're making. And then it's up to you to keep raising your vibration to kind of be able to meet them where they are. It's difficult for them. It'll be easier for you to have that relationship because of the rise in vibration. This can be a very rewarding relationship. So you need never feel like you're alone, ever, because we're not alone. Also, I now am seeing angelics on my shoulders, the angelic realm exactly the same. When you have these connections, there's no need to be alone. There's so many different energies available to you. I'm hearing communication. I mean, I can commune and be shown things from my guide multiple times a day, often depending on how many readings I have, and this can be brief, but this is a relationship. We have a relationship with each other. I'll just see if that's all he wanted me to pass on. He can show you, or he, your guide, can show you your path. So he's now just showing me kind of like a golden pathway and where things have kind of come into an end and what to let go of. So there's a lot of direction, timing, interplay. I just heard him say that. It decreases confusion. So yeah, I mean, that's why they're called a guide, right? For guidance. They can help you with more than you realize. So I'm getting even, like if you've got your own business, even timing and next steps and setting prices and naming your business. So they can really assist you with these kind of things to increase your success, I'm hearing, and productivity. Okay, so I have been guided for everything that I've done. As regards spirituality, I mean, I had a connection and I came online 2 to 3 years ago, big time, a little bit like how I'm seeing the collective. That's kind of is how that's happening shortly. And everything that I've done since then has been guided. So I haven't done much that hasn't been guided, and some of it I feel a little bit reluctant. But to be honest, it's really opened up my world, and it feels so right for me, almost that, oh my gosh, instead of so awkward and strange, and I don't really want to do that, it's now become, how could I have not done that? This is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm leading a very soul-led journey. So it's just going to share that one. I'm seeing like different people raising glasses again, like the Christmas party hats. And I'm seeing like an older gentleman sitting in the corner and in a wheelchair, taking some time out for your older loved ones. This has come up before as well. They often get forgotten. Bringing them into your homes, giving them some cheer, listening to them, surrounding them with love, even if it's just through the presence of everybody else, making that effort. It can be very lonesome time for older people. Okay, so I've had that one before, but I guess not everyone's listened to previous episodes, or must be important. It can be a time of heavy grief. They listen to them, ask them some stories about themselves. These are the ancestors, I'm seeing quite aged, who we need to emulate their lifestyles, their ways of being, as to how we get back on track environmentally and how we live with the land and how we reduce toxins, listening to their stories, their hardships, because I get the impression most of us have absolutely no idea what it was like for them. Learn from them while they're still with us. We may need it in times ahead. Let's see if there's anything else. Literally seeing the Christmas tree. I'm getting the feeling like that it's from a pine plantation. I'm seeing kind of the live Christmas tree. It's adorned. I'm not quite picking up what is being passed on here. 𝓜𝓸𝓷𝓷𝓷. I feel that it's just coming to this particular tree in forestry. Changes need to be made. It's not this industry scarcity. Okay, so the wood timber, I had heard before, timber cost is going to go up. I think it's again appreciating our resources, that there's going to be issues with the forestry industry. I'm seeing fires. I'm seeing issues, legislation where things need to be changed. So we are in a time of abundance, and yet there's so many complaints. So I'm just seeing these kind of connections. So really appreciating these times of abundance. Climate change is going to create enough changes that we'll look back at these times and wonder why we didn't appreciate them more, while we had everything that we pretty much wanted, as long as we had some, a little bit of money to pay for it. Fuel as well. Take the opportunity to travel while you can, appreciating kind of cost of fuel. So this is a really good period of time. January, I sense we're in for a change. So make this Christmas and the remaining days of December really count. January creates a time of more global uncertainty. War and conflict is escalating. Again, not remaining attached to this, but it does have ripple effects of availability, of how widespread this is going to be, of uncertainty. I'm hearing February tsunami. There will be some events upcoming soon after in the new year. Changes of leadership in March, a lot of change, a lot of, I'm hearing the word chaos, disarray. Things won't be as orderly as they were before. Just allowing that to be part of your reality. Things don't have to be orderly. I'm seeing there's a domino effect. One domino goes, and then, when you line them all up in a game and then they all start going. It's a global domino effect. There could be a fall in the stock market. This is going to affect different nations. Could be some power outages, lights going out. Maybe periods of time where it's difficult to travel. Just more uncertainty. I feel like I'm going to get more information about these things a little bit closer to the time. So make this Christmas one of enjoyment and cheer and thanks and abundance, and enjoy your meat and having a drink and talking to great Uncle Trevor about what he did. I don't know if it'd be the war, maybe how he ran his farm way back when, way back in and about the lives of these people, because we'll see, that's exactly how everyone used to live. They didn't have heating and air conditioning and things like that. And yeah, I'm hearing we are a land of plenty. We're going to connect into other kind of less materialistic, less consumerism, more feeling that soul light again, internal truths and joy. So don't despair. We are coming into a beautiful time, exciting time. I'm hearing Merry Christmas. This is my ending because this is likely my last one before Christmas. I'm actually going on holiday just for a couple of weeks. So I just want to wish everyone an amazing Christmas, a really happy new year. I know I've had quite a few people who have signed up to my intuitive circle, so really looking forward to seeing some of you in the new year. Okay, I just wanted to mention as well, I've had people saying, oh, I just thought I needed to practice a bit more before I joined your circle. This is a group of people who are just being brave and stepping forward and just saying, I need more growth, or they feel they may be intuitive. This is not a group of mediums who are already working as mediums or anything along those lines. This is just ordinary people knowing their intuitive soul, stepping forward. So please don't feel like you need to be advanced to join these groups. This is just coming back off the back of some comments I've had. It's safe, it's nurturing, you'll surprise yourself. If any of you want to join, the link is in the description, and I certainly look forward to seeing some of you then. And probably prior to that, I'll see you for my next episode in any case. So thank you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you really enjoy and want to see more of my content. We've just had beautiful Christmas tales, partially once again with a little bit more information. And enjoy the 19th to the 24th. So open yourselves up. Don't be closed. Be on the light side of the division. It looks a lot better than being on the dark side. There will be ramifications in the future from these divisions, and we can all support each other through this time. So cheers, enjoy your Christmas, and I'll see you in the new year.